Algerian boxer Imane Khelif caused quite the stir. There was a lot of speculation. Was she a male, a female, intersex, transgender? It was all very unclear. The Olympic Committee said because her passport identified her as a female, she was able to compete in the female category and won the gold medal. Except leaked medical records from the Boxing Federation shows she was actually excluded from an international boxing competition back in 2023 because she showed some male chromosome markers. And they've now said she has to undergo, or I guess the boxer has to undergo further chromosome testing to prove that they're actually a female, because these initial tests showed they were in fact a male. Now, the worst part of all this is that the Olympic Committee knew at the Paris Olympics that there was doubt, serious doubt over the Algerian boxer's gender, and that the Boxing Federation had already excluded them from competition. Yet, they allowed them to compete, beating females, robbing females of the chance to win the gold medal. And now J.K. Rowling, who has been a fierce defender of women's rights, has spoken out against this, essentially calling for the medal to be revoked. We call for medals to be revoked when cheating occurs. This is an unfair advantage. I don't see why it's any different.
Well, of course the medal should be revoked. It's a boxer who has male chromosomes competing in a women's event and winning. That's not fair. It's not right. And the medal should be returned. Otherwise, you could choose next time the Olympics roll around to watch the Olympics or watch a cartoon. What's the difference? Watch World Federation Wrestling. The whole thing is just make-believe. The silly thing about this is twofold. One, leftists are the one who always say, follow the science, trust the science. And yet on this one, the Olympic Committee said, we don't want to know about the science. Forget a DNA test or a chromosomal test. We're happy to take the athlete's word for it. And so they simply allowed athletes to self-identify according to their own passport, which of course is based on their own say-so. The other thing I found strange about this story is now that it's being reported Khelif has male chromosomes, the New York Post, which reported it, continually referred to Khelif as she and her. And this is what a topsy-turvy mixed-up world we're in now, where even after it's discovered male chromosomes, the media is still using female pronouns to refer to the person.
And you have to feel sorry for Khelif on some level, because it would seem that she, I mean, obviously they choose to go by she, but probably lived most of their life as a girl, or believing that they were a girl, but for whatever reason a gender disorder exists whereby they're not actually entirely a girl. Now, that of course gives you some level of advantage, and I can imagine it would be really difficult. I mean, this is not a case of waking up...
Can I break in for a second?
Yeah.
Because you can't be half a boy and half a girl. There's not this third dimension.
Well, there is intersex.
It was delayed sexual development, whereupon I believe the story is that when Khelif was born, it was believed that Khelif was female.
Yes.
But later discovered Khelif is actually male.
Yes. So you can understand why that would be a difficult situation. But there are two problems here, right? One is that Khelif continues to compete in the knowledge of that,
yes,
which is unfair. And the second is that the IOC did nothing about it.
They called it Russian propaganda.
They were aware, well aware of this testing, and they chose to do absolutely nothing about it. The IOC needs to be hauled over the coals for that. Of course, as we said before, they said it was, oh, you just show your passport. I mean, for heaven's sake, in many states of Australia now, you can have this stuff changed in 5 minutes flat. So you can't trust what is on the front of a passport. And for the IOC to say that is an absolute joke. If they don't fall on their swords for this, then, you know, what's the point? It's all over for us.